How you doing? I'm Callan and this is Slapped Ham. You're about to see some seriously spooky clips that no one can quite explain. So hit that subscribe button and get ready for more creepy content. Just like this.
What would you do if you discovered a strange creature living in your garden shed? In this video, posted to YouTube by Travazar, the uploader investigates this very possibility. According to the YouTuber, the shed was empty approximately 1 hour before he began filming. However, he decided to turn the camera on shortly after hearing odd noises coming from the area. The footage begins with the YouTuber approaching the doorway to the shed.
Вон, в том проеме. Сейчас вот буквально час назад выходил, никого не было.
He calls out, asking who's there. Perhaps there's a human intruder taking refuge.
Hey! Hey!
The call is answered with a terrifying screeching noise. Take a look at what happens.
Hey! Сука, тварь. Hey! Who?
The YouTuber backs away in fear, cursing at whatever's taken up residence in his shed.
А ну бегом выходи, сарай.
Armed with a shovel, he soon returns. As he peeks through the doorway, we can see a piece of wood moving in the shadows.
Чё ты там ломаешь? Тварюга какая, а?
The YouTuber moves around to the side of the building to get a better look. There, the same beam of wood is sticking out through a window. He aims the camera inside, and for a split second, a shadowy face can be seen. Take a look. The creature moves quickly out of sight before we get a chance to see it clearly. It then begins to shake the piece of wood once again. The YouTuber backs away for a moment, but manages to catch another glimpse of the creature's face when he returns. It's still too quick and too dark to make out anything but a vague silhouette and several shadowy features. So what could this creature possibly be? Many viewers seem to agree that it isn't an ordinary animal. One commenter mentioned that he's been plagued with a similar creature in his own shed and had to burn the structure down just to get rid of it.
Hey! Hey! Сука, тварь. Hey! Who?
So what do you think's taken up residence in this YouTuber's shed? Take another look at the footage and let me know what you think in the comments section down below. The YouTube channel Fourth Wall has been documenting an unsettling paranormal case that's taking place in Japan. A man by the name of Meguro believes that his apartment is haunted by a number of different entities. He's experienced an unsettling energy within his home, as objects have been seen moving on their own and even strange shadow-like figures have been seen lingering throughout the property. The alleged haunting became so prevalent that Meguro set up a series of cameras around his apartment to help document what was happening. In this footage, captured in February 2022, we can see some bizarre activity happening in the bathroom. Watch. Objects move, the cabinet door opens, and something seems to appear inside of the shower. Then, in early March, something even eerier was caught on camera. Meguro is a smoker, so he uses his spare room to smoke in rather than outside on the balcony where it may bother his neighbours. Take a look at what unfolds as he moves around his house. Watching that again, as he moves about the house, a shadowy figure seems to be following him. It can only be seen briefly as the lights turn off before the camera's night vision kicks in. Here it is slowed down and brightened up. There's clearly a human form lurking in both rooms as Meguro walks around the house. However, it just disappears into thin air as the lights switch. Now, things get even stranger when Meguro begins to hear noises at his front door on numerous occasions in the middle of the night. Take a look at what his security camera captured. A man just walks up to the door and attempts to get in. He then slaps his hand on the door over and over, almost as if he's in a trance of some kind. This happens over the course of several nights, usually after 2 AM. Meguro says that he doesn't recognize the man at all and is unsure why he keeps coming to his front door in the middle of the night. Eerily, Meguro notes that the knocking on the front door sounds almost identical to other noises he's heard previously around his home. The interval and rhythm is the same. Viewers were quick to suggest that the man at the front door may be possessed by the presence that seems to be lurking inside of Meguro's home. They note that it's almost like he's been called to the property and is demanding to be let in. This is definitely a freaky set of circumstances. The moving objects, the shadowy figure, and now the man at the front door. It all adds to the haunting mystery that's unfolding inside of Meguro's home. But what does it all mean? At this stage, no one knows for certain, and for now, all we can do is wait for more terrifying things to happen. Perhaps a clue will present itself that can help explain what's really going on here. This strange clip was uploaded to TikTok by user Paranormal Dare to Do. It shows what was supposed to be a normal yoga tutorial. However, things take a turn for the strange. Take a look. As you can see, as the couple performs a lift, one of the books on the shelf mysteriously shifts, then falls to the ground. As strange as this event is, a lot of people in the comment section commented that the cat seems to sense something. Now this is where opinions go either way. Some say that the cat is actually looking at a piece of string that's being used to pull the book off the shelf. However, the other camp of commenters thought that the cat's sensing something paranormal, as it seems to know something's about to happen. It then gets spooked when the book hits the ground. So what do you think the cat is actually watching? A piece of string, or something a little more mysterious? Let me know where you sit on this in the comment section down below.
This is a mausoleum, an abandoned mausoleum.
Realm Explorer is an up-and-coming Urbex channel on YouTube. Chris, their lead investigator, often heads to notorious locations in the United States that are said to be haunted. In this clip, Chris and the team explore an old mansion that was built in the early 1900s. It was later transformed into a nursing home, but after years of mismanagement, the property fell into disrepair and was ultimately abandoned. The team heads in to explore the old building.
I guess we can just go right in.
Let
Huh?
ourselves in, I guess.
Mr. Rogers?
Wow, dude.
Check this place out.
Looks more of a castle than the last castle we went to.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna go up over here and let's roll.
There's still a lot of stuff on the property, old furniture, board games, a grand piano. Feels like this building was abandoned in a hurry.
Or when was the last time y'all played Monopoly? That's an even better question.
Check out this piano, guys. That's pretty sick.
Dude, no way. There's actually a little...
As the team searches one of the rooms, they find an old newspaper that sets the tone for the exploration.
This paper is 2006.
Initially, when Realm Explorer uploaded this episode to YouTube, they thought it was nothing more than an urban exploration. However, when it went live, viewers began to notice one section of the video that seems to show something rather eerie. As the team explores a series of corridors, something strange happens. Watch. It's hard to spot at first, but if you slow it down, on the left, there appears to be a shadow that retracts from view. Initially, it looks like it might just be the flashlight causing a shadow, but a short while later, the team shines the torch down the same corridor, and no shadow can be seen. So then, what is this strange anomaly? After going live, the video was flooded with comments that the team had caught a shadow figure on camera. These are said to be elusive spirits that lurk in darkness, with a fleeting glimpse often seen out the corner of our eyes. It's hard to say what's been caught on camera here, but it's certainly strange that the second time they look down the corridor that it can't be seen. So, until further info comes to hand, this sighting will have to remain a mystery. This next photo was sent to us by one of our viewers, Ula Leilani Scanlon. A short while ago, one of Ula's friends was having their roof renovated. They took a series of snaps to document the work that was being done and didn't think too much of it. However, when they looked more carefully at one of the pics, they were shocked at what they saw. At first glance, everything does indeed look normal. However, in the front window, there appears to be a young boy standing there. The homeowner's son was home at the time. However, this isn't their child. Our viewers suggested two things. It's either an intruder or we're looking at a ghost. Either of these options aren't too appealing considering the homeowner's son was actually inside the building at the time. Our viewer Ula, who lives in St. Lawrence County, New York, near where this house is located, says the area is full of all kinds of strange happenings. Ghosts and UFO sightings are said to be an almost common occurrence. So what do you make of the boy in the window? Is it a squatter, a ghost, or is there another way to explain the sighting? Drop your theories with the rest of the community in the comments section down below. Many people believe that strange creatures still lurk in the far reaches of the Earth. Known as cryptids, these mysterious beasts are yet to be classified by modern science. This footage, uploaded to YouTube by Vision Paranormal, might just show one such cryptid, the legendary Wendigo. The Wendigo is a mythical creature that originates from North American folklore. It is described as having huge antlers, an emaciated body, a nauseating stench, and in some cases, a heart made of ice. However, its most terrifying characteristic is its insatiable craving for human flesh. Even when it's just fed, its hunger is insatiated. Legends say that humans can also be possessed by the Wendigo, causing them to turn against their own kind. The YouTuber who shared this footage claims it comes from the recovered camera of a young couple who disappeared after getting lost while hiking in the Emerson County forest. As the footage begins, we can see the dense foliage as the couple walks along the path. Suddenly, the camera stops moving as they seem to have spotted something moving in the trees. Take a look.
Do you see that? Over there, look, over there. Do you see that?
What the hell?
If you look closely, you can see a shape moving through the thicket. However, it's difficult to tell whether it's extremely well camouflaged or actually semi-transparent.
I don't like this.
You see that? Right there. Look.
Oh my god.
They watch it for a few seconds before it lets out a terrifying screech.
I don't like it.
Okay, fuck. Go.
The hikers quickly run, the camera jostles violently, but we can still hear the creatures shrieking as it chases them through the trees. A few seconds later, the camera falls to the ground and the sounds fade into the distance. So did these hikers really fall victim to the legendary Wendigo? The creature in the video blends into its surroundings so well that it's difficult to tell what it is we're actually seeing.
Over there, look, over there. Do you see that?
What the hell?
I'll throw this one out to you. What do you think this mysterious video actually shows? Let us know down below.
I don't like this.
You see that? Right there. Look.
Oh my god. That's not an animal. I don't like it.
Okay, fuck. Go.
This brief clip was uploaded to the YouTube channel Weird and the Bizarro News. Little is known about its origins, however it appears to have been captured on a security camera overlooking a small parking area. If you pay attention to the left side of the screen, you'll notice a strangely shaped streak of white light suddenly appear from the shadows.
Here it comes.
Watching the clip closely, it's hard to tell whether the object's actually floating through the air or slithering across the ground. What could this strange object be? An odd glare on the camera lens, a strange bug flitting through the air, or perhaps, as a lot of people suggested, the manifestation of a spirit? Let us know what you think in the comment section down below. TikTok user Titan Mysterio has uploaded a clip that's left viewers confused and divided over what it actually shows. Take a look and see what you think. As the person on the swing moves backwards, a woman seems to appear out of thin air. She gets hit by the person on the swing and falls over. This is where viewers are divided. Some say the woman appeared out of nowhere. They suggest that she could be a time traveler or that we're seeing a glitch in the Matrix. Others, however, think that the view was obstructed by the man in the blue jumper. If you slow it down, you can actually see a shadow form on the ground, as though the woman holding the umbrella is walking across the lawn. While at first this clip does appear to be something out of the ordinary, it probably is just a case of obscured perspective. The strange thing is, there are other people watching the swing go back and forth, but they don't try and warn the lady with the umbrella that she's in danger. So we'll just chalk this one up to jerk spectators and a strange perspective. For most people, caves can be eerie places at the best of times, and this video shared to TikTok by Scariest Posts may show why. It's dark inside the cave and the only light present is the one coming from the OP's camera. Being in such a claustrophobic place would put a lot of people on edge already. However, in this case, there could be extra reason for alarm. Take a look and see if you can spot anything out of the ordinary. As the camera holder pans around the cave, something appears to be moving. Because it's so dark, it's hard to make out exactly what it is. It almost seems to camouflage into its surroundings. The figure looks to be black or dark brown in colour, or perhaps even a transparent grey. Some viewers have suggested that it looks like it's made of a thin mist. Watching it in slow motion seems to show that the figure has a large head and possibly even a human-like face. It then seems to dissolve into the darkness. What do you think this mysterious figure could be? Is it some sort of shadow person, or perhaps an unknown cave creature? Or is the light simply playing tricks with our eyes? Watch the footage again and let me know what you see in the comment section down below. This footage, uploaded to TikTok by elkukui.tv, was supposedly recorded in a Mexico City metro station at 2 AM. According to the TikToker, this particular station is known to be haunted. As the video begins, we see an employee walking in front of the camera. Suddenly, the voice of what sounds like a very young boy can be heard echoing through the station. Have a listen. The workers follow the voice in an attempt to find the boy. As they ascend a flight of stairs, the voice seems to get louder. The workers then attempt to call out to the boy.
¿Dónde es? ¿Dónde es? Está ahí arriba.
Soon, a strange rattling sound can be heard. They ascend even more stairs and begin scanning the upper level of the station for the source of the voice. The clip then abruptly cuts out and we're left with the sense that the workers never actually found the young boy.
Yeah.
What would a child be doing in a metro station all alone at 2 AM in the morning? Perhaps there never was a child to begin with. If this station really is haunted, then it's possible the voice captured on this clip is that of a ghost echoing through the hallways. Unfortunately, as there's little information to run on, this video will have to remain a mystery, at least for the time being. This next eerie photo was sent to our Slapped Ham Facebook group by viewer Kenton S. It was taken at a family reunion and seems to show an inexplicable figure. By all accounts, the family reunion went well and photos were snapped to remember the occasion, and nothing seemed out of the ordinary. That was until the family had their photos developed. In the pic, you can see a strange tall figure in the background. It's much brighter than the rest of the group and seems to have black eyes. No one who was there that day can recognize or recall this person at all, and you'd think they'd remember a giant glowing figure with black eyes either way. The man just in front of the figure with the beard was so freaked out he took this photo to his work to show his colleagues. He said he has no way of explaining the strange figure at all. Viewers agreed that it was definitely a creepy image, but some people thought perhaps it could be a guardian angel or a distant relative that's passed away looking down on the family. How would you feel if this was your family photo? Would you be comforted by the figure or freaked out? Let me know in the comment section down below. Many believe that angels walk among us, helping to keep us safe as we go about our day. This footage sent to the YouTube channel 9TR8 TV seems to suggest that they do. The footage was supposedly captured near the Synagogue Church of All Nations, a megachurch in Lagos, Nigeria. In the video, we see a bustling street. Initially, everything seems normal. However, if you watch closely, you may notice something unusual on the other side of the street.
I saw something. This one, physical. I saw something physical.
Suddenly, a strange white figure appears. At first, it simply looks like it could be a piece of white cloth blowing in the wind. However, it mysteriously disappears when it reaches the other side of the road. Also, when you slow the footage down, you can see that the shape actually looks like it's running. The uploader suggests that this is a real angel caught on camera, and many viewers seem to agree. Given the proximity to the church, they think that this video could be evidence of an angelic presence here on Earth. But what do you think? Is the mysterious figure seen in this clip really an angel? Or could the whole thing simply be clever marketing tactics by the church to drum up some new members? In February 2022, something strange happened during an interview with famed Bolivian folk singer Elma Hermosa Gonzalez. The clip was uploaded to TikTok by Elma's niece, who goes by the username PaulaHermosa7. Take a look at what happens.
Qué lindo.
O sea, te das cuenta que tu tío tenía una energía, un sueño, no solo un sueño, tenía un convencimiento de que sí iba a ser realidad.
During the interview, Elma's ponytail lifts up into the air. It looks like it's moved by some sort of unseen force.
Un sueño, no solo un sueño, tenía un convencimiento de que sí iba a ser realidad.
Viewers were particularly stunned because at the time the ponytail lifts up, Elma was talking about his late brother Ulysses. Ulysses Hermosa died in 1992 at the age of 38 from complications arising from leukemia. Ulysses was integral in the success of the folk group Los Carcas, which he and his brothers performed in. The family believes that Ulysses made an appearance in the interview with his brother Elmer, lifting up his ponytail as a way of making contact.
O sea, te das cuenta que tenía, tu tío tenía una energía, un sueño, no solo un sueño, tenía un convencimiento de que sí iba a ser.
So could this be true? Is the spirit of their lost uncle and brother trying to make contact from the beyond? I'll leave that up to you to decide.
Que tenía, tu tío tenía una energía, un sueño, no solo un sueño, tenía un convencimiento de que sí iba a ser.
The Hammerly family are known for posting their fun family antics to TikTok. Dance challenges and sing-alongs are normal fare for this channel. However, it seems that something a little more mysterious might be happening in this otherwise normal family home. In this first clip, we can see some unsettling activity unfolding in the kitchen. It was all captured on the family's webcam. Take a look.
Ball. He's not catching ball with you? Yeah. Do you need somebody to play ball?
Watching that again, as the man talks with the child, the refrigerator door mysteriously opens in the background. He turns his head just in time to see it closing, seemingly all by itself. Perplexed, the man gets up to investigate. However, as he approaches, the door opens once again, this time with greater force. Spooked, the man disappears from view and the footage ends. Several viewers joke that, like humans, it seems that ghosts too need to take a second look inside a refrigerator, even though they already know what's inside. Others noted the man's seemingly genuine reaction as evidence of a possible paranormal encounter. The door doesn't appear to have been manipulated by fishing line or wires either. It simply doesn't look like there's enough room in the kitchen to be able to do that. In another clip posted to the channel, we can see more strange activity happening in the kitchen. Take a look.
Go away. Go away!
This time, the mother takes a firmer approach and asks whatever entities that may be present to leave.
Go away.
Seconds later, the tub moves again.
Go away!
As if this haunting activity wasn't already convincing enough, here's another clip showing more objects moving.
Hey girlie, you ready to take a nap?
No.
No? 5 more minutes, then we have to go sleep, okay? We're gonna have to turn Peppa Pig off.
No.
I'm sorry, I know.
So then, what could have been responsible for the mysterious events seen in these videos? Is it really a hungry haunting, or just a clever hoax? We'll have to keep an eye on this account and give you updates as they happen.
Hey girlie, you ready to take a nap?
No.
No? 5 more minutes, then we have to go sleep, okay? We're gonna have to turn Peppa Pig off. I'm sorry, I know.
Cemeteries seem like the perfect place for a paranormal enthusiast to have a supernatural encounter. Take a look at this photo shared to Reddit by EliteDogs536 and let me know what you think. According to the Redditor, the photo was taken at the Tolomado Cemetery in St. Augustine, Florida, a place many believe to be haunted. The cemetery is the final resting place of numerous convicts, and several crimes have even taken place on the grounds themselves. Some believe that these crimes are to blame for the unrest of the spirits within. This photo was captured in the cemetery at night time. We can see a few graves, the fence, and what appears to be a mysterious dark figure. The figure looks to be wearing a long black cape or cloak, and if you zoom in, the poster believes you can even see its facial features. Could this ghostly figure be one of the cemetery's supposedly disturbed spirits? Or is there another way to explain this strange photo? A lot of things can ruin a hiking trip. Rain, bugs, a terrible map. However, if you ask Redditor Space Girl in Space, they might just tell you to add ghosts to that list. The poster claims that this photo was taken by an acquaintance of her mum's at Jeffrey's Cliffs in Hawksville, Kentucky. In the past, the area was supposedly home to Native Americans and was even used as a hideout during the Civil War. As you can see, there are 3 people sitting on a rock. However, it's the figure in the background that has the poster concerned. According to everyone who was there that day, there was no one else around. Yet, there appears to be a transparent figure in a white shirt and wide-brimmed hat standing just behind them. One viewer pointed out that the white shirt looks similar to the one that the boy on the left is wearing, in which case it could simply be overexposure. However, others are not so sure because the other 2 figures seem to remain unaffected. So could this really be a ghostly guest? Unfortunately, we may never learn the answer to this eerie question. In mid-2021, something strange happened on a Mexican talk show while live on air. During a segment of the show, comedian Franco Escamilla is chatting with digital creator and TikToker Yami Roots, when suddenly something truly odd happens. Take a look. Roots, who speaks animatedly, moving her hands and bobbing her head, has a lot of energy, but her reflection is almost frozen. It doesn't change as Roots shifts her position in her seat. As if that's not creepy enough, the reflection eventually turns away and dissipates, vanishing from the glass panel altogether. It looks like the reflection is a delayed version of Roots. At one point, it seems to be changing slowly as though it's glitching as it moves, but it pauses altogether in other moments. Some commenters point out that the TikTok recording is edited. They claim that the clip is different than the live video capture from that day. However, others have confirmed that the anomaly does indeed show up on the official footage as well. So is this just a marketing stunt, or are we witnessing something a little more mysterious here? Some commenters said it was a glitch in reality, noting that this could be proof that we are indeed living in a simulation of some kind. We'll show the footage again and let you make your own mind up about this strange sighting. Lots of children claim to have imaginary friends. They laugh and play with people that can't be seen, but what if these beings were real and we just couldn't see them? This next clip, posted to Reddit by Summer1116, might just prove that they really do exist. The poster claims that their son would occasionally have conversations with someone who wasn't there. On this particular night, she decided to film his antics. In the clip, we can see the young boy hiding behind some clothes. However, the boy's mood suddenly seems to sour. He stomps back and forth across the room and begins to talk angrily in a childish voice.
Grayson, who are you talking to? Who are you yelling at?
He even slams his hands on the furniture, apparently frustrated by something. At one point, he stops to take a breath. It's then that a ghostly voice seems to answer him. If you listen closely, you can hear what sounds like a female's voice whispering the word, sorry. The Redditor states that she didn't hear the voice at the time, and it wasn't until she watched the video back sometime later that she noticed it. This isn't the only mysterious activity to occur in the home either. The boy's father also claims to have heard a little girl laughing in the wee hours of the morning. Could it be possible that their house actually is haunted, and the poster's son has made friends with these entities? Some viewers believe that the voice is just a sound made by the toddler. But what do you think? Have one more listen and let me know where you land on this in the comments section down below.
Grayson, who are you talking to? Who are you yelling at?
So you guys see some of this crazy stuff back here. These are from other buys I did.
YouTuber Thrift School has a lot of great tips on how to make some extra cash while selling items online. In this video, he visits a local thrift store to look for some items that can be potentially resold for profit.
We're gonna find stuff to buy and sell on eBay and Amazon. I hope this truck doesn't hit me. And hopefully we get some good stuff. I'm filming on a new camera today, so it should look nice and beautiful.
A few minutes into his search, he heads to the entertainment section to check out some old CDs and movies that could be valuable.
There's a couple $3 ones mixed in randomly. I don't know how they price it, but...
As he picks up CD cases from the shelf, we can briefly see his reflection in the plastic.
No, just by looking, right? I don't have to scan every single one of these things.
However, watch what happens when he turns over this particular CD.
Now, prices always fluctuate, so I always recommend scanning everything.
We can suddenly see the reflection of a ghostly looking woman. It's only visible for a second, but there's no denying that it's definitely there.
No, just by looking, right? I don't have to scan every single one of... Now, prices...
Shortly after he puts the CD back on the shelf, he turns around to look at some items behind him. At this point, you can clearly see that there's no one else around.
Normally they're 50 cents to $1. I mean, prices are going up everywhere you go, whether it's shopping on Amazon, shopping at Goodwill.
Note too that at the beginning of the video, we see the YouTuber's reflection in the glass doors as he enters the store.
We're gonna find stuff to buy and sell on eBay and Amazon. I hope this truck doesn't hit me.
He's clearly alone.
And hopefully we get some good stuff. I'm filming on a new camera today.
So where did this mysterious woman come from? It's been suggested that there might have been a spirit attached to the CD itself. Perhaps the item had been donated to the store after its previous owner's death.
No, just by looking, right? I don't have to scan every single one of these things. Now, prices always fluctuate, so I always recommend scanning everything.
Every amateur paranormal enthusiast thinks they want to encounter something supernatural, but what happens if they actually do? During a tour of the allegedly haunted Hillview Manor in Newcastle, Pennsylvania, YouTuber SCWC and her husband may have experienced a little more than they bargained for. During the tour of the former mental institution, the Redditor claims that their husband felt uneasy, as if someone was touching his arms. There were also certain areas of the building that he refused to return to. Later, they explored with a small group. At first, nothing unusual happened and they were starting to get disappointed. Then, just as they were preparing to head to another area, one member of the group knelt to charge their phone. Take a look at what happened next. Everyone began hearing mysterious footsteps so intense that the walls around them shook. Security footage from the hallway shows all four of them simultaneously reacting with intense fear, even though there's no indication of what could be frightening them. The experience spooked the couple so much that they left the tour early. However, before they did, they were sure to remind the spirits that they had no permission to follow them home. Hopefully, whatever spooked them so intensely listened to their plea. Here's another clip from the TikTok account Archivos del Infierno. This clip was allegedly captured by an employee at a morgue who was working the late shift at 3 AM. They were hearing some strange noises coming from one of the rooms, so they took out their phone to try and document the strange sounds. Take a look at what was captured. Watching that again, a blue stool seems to move all on its own. Then seconds later, it moves again. Given that this clip was filmed inside of a morgue, many viewers have speculated that we're seeing some genuine paranormal activity, perhaps from a spirit that's trapped on the property, unable to move to the afterlife. Most of us take photos to remember holidays. Occasionally we look back through them to remind us of the good times we had, but sometimes we see details that we don't quite remember. This seems to be the case for Redditor OJ Denny, who distinctly remembers being told by their parents to wait for the tunnel to be clear before taking this photo. The photo was taken at New Haven Fort in the UK. If you look closely at the bottom of the stairs, there seems to be someone down there. However, it doesn't look like an ordinary person. All we can see is a shadow. According to the Redditor, this place is believed to be haunted by the ghost of an artilleryman who was killed while helping to hoist a cannon into place. Visitors to the fort have reported hearing mysterious noises in the tunnel as well. Others have felt as though they've been pushed by an invisible force. So could this photo really show the artilleryman's ghost? Some viewers believe it's most likely just a staff member or tourist standing at the bottom of the stairs, even though the Redditor clearly remembers being told to wait until the area was empty before taking the photo. TikTok user Throat Sing King regularly uploads clips of himself practicing the ancient art of throat singing. This unique style of singing originated in Mongolia, but it's practiced the world over, often in Buddhist chanting. Throat Sing King regularly practices his skills isolated in nature while meditating or chanting. However, one encounter in the woods has left over 1 million TikTok viewers stunned and confused. Take a look at what happened.
All right.
While singing, the OP notices a deer has approached in the background. However, it's not the deer that's left viewers so freaked out. Also in the background are 2 dark figures lurking among the trees. Shortly after the video went live, hundreds of comments suggested that the chant had summoned some kind of forest spirit or cryptid. Throat Sing King is dedicated to his art form and isn't known for pulling publicity stunts or pranks. This is why this sighting has drawn so much attention. It appears to be genuine, and no one can quite explain the mysterious figures. So unless this happens again, this bizarre sighting will have to remain a complete mystery. Dark back alleys in big cities aren't the nicest of places, especially after sundown. This clip was uploaded to YouTube by Heavy Duty 471 and was also featured on the Instagram account Paranoid Normal. It's some CCTV footage taken from a back alley. Watch what unfolds. The footage has clearly been sped up, but we can see a dog running along with its tail down as though it senses something's off. It then sprints off right as an ominous dark figure comes into view. At first, it's just an amorphous black shape, but it soon takes a human-like form. Whatever this is, it still remains transparent. The dog clearly didn't like the look of it, and neither do the viewers in the comments section. Quite a few people said it could be a jinn, a type of supernatural being that's said to be able to shapeshift. Jinns are rooted in early Islamic mythology. According to ancient texts dating as far back as the 9th century, jinns enjoy feasting on rotting flesh and bones. They're often associated with bad luck, accidents, and disease, and are thought to be able to possess humans. So is this really a jinn caught on camera? I'm not sure I'd want to stick around and find out, and clearly this dog didn't want to either. Some people adamantly believe that all of us are actually living in one large computer simulation that sometimes glitches, causing unexplainable things. This next video uploaded to TikTok by elkukui.tv might just show one of these events. The camera holder is filming the snow underneath a set of stairs. In the center of shot is a large icicle. However, as they zoom in on the top of the icicle, we can see that there appears to be a section missing. It isn't actually attached to the staircase at all. Then the camera pans down the icy structure, revealing that another piece is also absent. How is it possible that the icicle is still hanging? Besides the two missing sections, it appears to be perfectly shaped. It doesn't dangle oddly, as if strings were being used to hold it together. So could this really be a glitch in the Matrix? Let me know what you think this is, and share your theories with the rest of the community in the comment section down below. Staying in New York State, our last entry comes from another one of our viewers, Angie Mae Ordway. Angie runs a paranormal investigation group called Paranormal Souls on YouTube. In this clip, the team are exploring the old lighthouse in Dunkirk, New York. As evening sets in, the team explores the old property. Built in 1827, the light tower was first established on Point Gratiot and worked in tandem with a pierhead beacon to guide ships into Dunkirk Harbour on Lake Erie. Over the years, the property has become infamous for being haunted. The old lighthouse keeper's living quarters are said to be full of mysterious happenings. Employees and tourists alike have reported music playing, disembodied whispering, and doors opening and closing, seemingly all on their own. In the late 1800s, the lighthouse keeper at the time and another worker tried to rescue two children who were drowning in Lake Erie. Sadly, the rescue attempt didn't go well. The worker and the 2 children died. Many locals believe that their spirits linger around the lighthouse even today. Back in the tower, Angie and the team begin to hear some strange noises.
Whoa! Whoa!
Later in the evening, one of the team members tries to communicate with any resident spirits.
Tell us what you're saying, and we can have a conversation if you like.
That's when one of the cameras captures something strange. Take a look.
Tell us what you're saying, and we can have a conversation if you like.
Slowing that down, a dark shadow walks by from right to left. The investigators didn't notice anything at the time, but there's clearly something going on in that room. This isn't the only time something strange has been caught on camera in the Dunkirk lighthouse. Some years ago, during another paranormal investigation of the property, a mysterious orb of light was captured in a photo. If you zoom in, you can see what appears to be a face inside the orb. What makes this sighting particularly eerie is that the face bears a striking resemblance to Peter Dempsey, one of the original lighthouse keepers. Dempsey worked on the property from 1885 to 1902. He always sported a striking mustache, one that appears to be a close match to the face seen inside the orb. So is this old lighthouse really haunted? Given the reports from employees and locals alike, the mysterious orb of light, and now this shadowy figure, certainly does make you wonder whether something paranormal is going on in Dunkirk Harbour. This next video shows another creepy encounter that takes place in a cave. It was sent to our Slapped Ham Facebook group by Marie-Louise Montero. She says that her father, a cameraman for a TV channel in Aruba, inadvertently captured the footage while filming an interview with a man who had just stayed in the cave for 100 days in order to break a world record. According to Montero, her father didn't even notice anything strange until he reviewed the video sometime later. Take a look at what's been caught on camera. As you can see, there is a mysterious figure present in the upper level of the cave. It's only visible for a brief second as it seems to dart behind the wall in an effort to avoid the camera. The figure appears to be wearing a green top or jacket, but apart from that, there's no other distinguishable features. The poster notes that in the video, the crew is speaking their local language, Papiamento. She says that they're actually talking about how many people have died in this very cave. So what do you think this mysterious figure could be? A homeless person who lives in the cave, perhaps? Or is there a more paranormal explanation for what's been caught on camera here? Share your theories with the rest of the community in the comment section down below. Here's some freaky footage uploaded by TikTok user Archivos del Infierno. It seems to show something mysterious happening near an ambulance. Take a look. Watching that again in slow motion, a misty shape appears to drift out the back of the ambulance. Naturally, commenters were shocked by the footage, with some suggesting it's the soul or spirit of someone who's just died in the back of the ambulance. It's hard to say for certain what's been captured here, but it is definitely a weird piece of footage. Could it really be the spirit of someone who recently passed away? Take another look and decide for yourself. Sometimes one person's trash is another's treasure. Just ask Redditor, say some. According to the poster, they found a stash of old photos, possibly from the 1920s, in the rubbish one day. One of the images shows what's likely a couple with a baby posing alongside an older woman. The people in the photo look relatively normal for the time period. However, the window behind them seems to reveal something rather eerie. A dark silhouette of a person that has no facial features at all. While some Redditors believe that this could be evidence of some sort of dark spirit or demon, others think it's simply a case of pareidolia. Perhaps a tree or other object was casting a shadow across the window that coincidentally looked just like the shape of a person. Whatever the case may be, the age of the photo seems to lend to its eeriness. Whether it shows something paranormal is a different matter entirely. And here's a fun thought to end on: everyone in this photo is dead anyway. Our last entry features an epic TikTok adventure that has millions of people on the edge of their seats. It all begins in January 2022 when TikTok couple GBTV buys an old house at auction that dates back to the 1920s. It was a post-COVID sale and they managed to pick it up for a bargain. Soon they begin renovating the old home. Before long, they come across a sealed room, the impetus, it would seem, for a very weird series of events. Take a look at what they found.
Thought it was empty, but there was something hanging from the ceiling in a bag.
Hidden in the room is an old Bible that was hung from the roof by a hook.
Why would someone hide this away? What should we do with it?
While the couple thought it was strange, they didn't give it too much thought and continued on with the renovations. While clearing out the attic, they discover an old suitcase.
We had to open it.
It's clearly old and covered in dust. They open it up to find a series of unsettling objects.
Its contents are a bit disturbing. It seemed to be some sort of burnt figure, a dusty teddy bear and a box in a wrapped bag. At first we thought it was a second Bible.
The strangest of which is a makeshift cross covered in old rags.
Does anybody know what this is? Due to the nature of the items, we've been told to send it off for official testing.
The couple also discover an antique mirror stuffed into the corner of the roof of the house, along with other odds and ends in a box.
Does anyone know what these are? Should we keep searching for answers?
In the coming weeks, as the pair make progress with their renovation, they discover that the ceiling of the house is full of black ashes. Dark soot rains down on them as they work away at the ceiling. Back in the attic, another eerie discovery is made.
A photo was pushed behind the shawl.
It's an old family photo. The couple speculates that it may be the family that once lived inside this home. And while, up until now, it's just been objects and speculation, this next clip seems to show something flying out of the wall of the home. Take a look. Following this encounter, the brave renovators find another box. It's covered in dust and cobwebs and looks like it's been in the corner of the roof for decades. The box is locked tight and is scrawled with some strange writing.
It's locked. I wonder if there's a key. Can anyone translate this?
Now here's where things get even more peculiar. The homeowners noticed that the mirror they discovered earlier had a strange rattle when it moved, as though something was stuck inside of it. They break it open and discover a key.
Why would someone seal something inside a mirror? It was the key.
On a whim, they see if the key fits the locked box.
But we have.
Inside, they find a necklace,
Pendant necklace.
a burnt piece of Ouija board, and a lock of hair.
Not sure why.
By now, this story was attracting millions of daily viewers on their TikTok account. Followers were hanging for notifications as the renovation just got stranger and more dark as the weeks went on. The following week, the couple are ripping up their floorboards when they discover yet another box.
Completely covered in wax.
This one is sealed shut with wax.
The edges are sealed and something.
They pry it open with some tools. Take a look at what's inside. It appears they found the rest of the Ouija board. It's old and burnt and has clearly been sealed away for a reason. The writing on the lid translates to, "Don't let her speak."
Let her speak. We'll explain exactly what's happened in our next video, but for now, this is going back under the floor.
At this point, it's clear that something strange has happened in this house. Viewers speculated that the family must have been heavily haunted by a presence, an energy they clearly wanted to be rid of. As if things weren't strange enough, while fixing up the old chimney in the home, they discover yet another box. This time it contains a letter that's stamped and dated from the 1940s. It's written in Thai and is addressed to the property that they're currently renovating. The couple get the letter translated. It's written in an older Thai dialect and refers to a family curse and something about the confusion of a wrong item. An item that seems to have been bought at an old market in Siam, which is now modern-day Thailand.
We think we know where it came from.
Because of the grandiose nature of this series of TikToks, a lot of viewers couldn't help but wonder whether it was all scripted and set up. Still, this hasn't stopped millions of people from tuning in to get regular updates on the story. It would seem the mystery of it all is just too compelling for most viewers. There is more to this story, so I highly recommend you check out their account, GBTV, to see where this adventure ends up. As always, there's links in the description box down below.
But this box is connected with too much bad luck. Whatever the story is, this box had to be destroyed. Comment your thoughts below.
Hey, well that's the end of the episode. Thank you so much for watching. If you can't get enough of the old slapped ham, then check out that video on the top there. Otherwise, there's a spooky playlist there that'll keep you entertained for hours and hours. Now let us know in the comment section down below which one of these video clips was the scariest. We love hearing your feedback. And that's it for me. I'll see you all next time.